I mean, I can briefly talk about that funny conspiracy theory that I saw on Facebook, like briefly, because it's just so out of this world. And like my friend literally thinks it's real. Like, okay, so it's so brief. I'll try to briefly bring it up.
I am speechless. He was literally telling it to me earlier.
I'll read the little like post on Facebook about it, and then you guys can you can come to your own conclusions and do your own research.
Don't sprain your eyes. Make sure that they're nice and stretched. You've put some Visine in there so they're all lubricated up, because you're going to be rolling your eyes a lot.
Here we go. So this conspiracy is called the Frazzle drip conspiracy. Literally, it's called Frazzle drip.
Even the name. And by the way, and what is the documents that prove it to be true? A meme?
1 second.
Okay.
So, Frazzle drip. This is the purported file name of a snuff film found on the laptop of Anthony Weiner in a folder named Life Insurance. It was said to make even the most hardened NYC police veterans cry. It's said to show Weiner's wife, Huma Abedin, and Hillary Clinton performing satanic ritual abuse on a young girl, surgically removing her face and wearing it as a mask to flood the victim's bloodstream with adrenaline. This blood is then drank in this state. It is an elite's drug of choice called adrenochrome.
Dun, dun,
Frazzle drip.
And the supporting document to this is a meme?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So it's a picture.
It supposedly makes the most hardened NYC police officers cry.
But it's a picture with a text over it.
Okay. So
just want to clarify.
So there's apparently some picture. Okay, so there's apparently some picture right here too of apparently this is like a person with their face that got like ripped off or something, and it does kind of look like this face, but no, this looks like a child's scribbling, and this is like a dismembered person.
It looks like something from the bodies exhibit.
And exactly. And then also some of their proof is Tom Hanks holding up a castaway the Wilson castaway guy.
Can we put that on screen, please, so people can see this?
AJ will put it on screen. I'll send him the pictures. But another thing is Ben Stiller posing in front of this thing that doesn't even look like it. Because the other thing is, it's like they're saying that Wilson has the spiky hair, and then Lady Gaga was wearing her thing with the spiky hair. It looks exactly like it. And then this, no spiky hair, just like scribbles. And then this, no spiky hair, just scribbles. Like,
you forget one other. Jay-Z, man. He's
Illuminati.
He's Illuminati. And then so is Ellen DeGeneres, and so is Lady Gaga, all the powerful elites in media.
But the funniest thing is,
Didn't you know?
in the last so Castaway was filmed in early in the year 2000. It was filmed in the year 1998 to 2000. So this little thread had like 5 pictures of like these very similar scribbles of red, the Frazzle drip symbol. It's the logo of Frazzle drip. And like I got into this like debate with my friend because basically he's like saying like, dude, look into it, man. This is all real, dude. There's like Pizzagate and QAnon and like the pedophile elite ring and blah blah blah, all this stuff. And it's like, dude, I because of Epstein, I believe a lot of that stuff is definitely true. Like, I definitely believe that there's probably a secret, underground, creepy, really disgusting, gross group of things happening
like
in the world.
Trafficking and pedophilia and like all that stuff.
I don't believe that evil does not exist. I feel like people can stoop to that level. It's
been
proven.
It's pretty much in every country. Like, child slavery and child trafficking happens in every country.
100%.
Why can't it not happen here?
And it does. We know that for a fact. Human trafficking is a very real issue.
Georgia's actually one of the biggest places.
It's because the Atlanta airport is huge for child trafficking.
87,000 girls under the age of 18 every year.
Wow.
And that was a statistic from 10 years ago. And at the corner of Paces Ferry, Roswell, and Piedmont, you know, where the triangle, that the Buckhead Triangle, right where like the Ritz-Carlton is, and like that apparently is the location where supposedly
the Frazzle drip happens?
No, where like people are swapped or whatever. I don't fully understand it. Yeah,
but the point is like, yes, that stuff happens. And like my point to this guy was like, yo, the hoodie that they're wearing is a hoodie from Off-White. Like, it's a very expensive hoodie. Like, yes, you know, that's it's a hoodie, but like also it was sold. It's not like Ellen and Jay-Z were wearing this very specific cult hoodie. It was a hoodie that was sold to the public. Like, I could have bought it if I wanted to.
A nice hoodie with like an artist's.
Yeah. Like, the other thing is the Castaway volleyball. That was filmed 20 years ago, and now all of a sudden we're linking it to like a child trafficking ring. And then Lady Gaga wearing that weird outfit. Like, 10 years ago, maybe? Like, I don't even remember when that was, but it was a long ass time ago.
People are
She was in
grasping-
the middle of her like meat suit stuff. And it's like, it's everyone just grasping at straws and having correlate. I said in the thing, I'm like, correlation does not equal causation, bro. Like, yes, I believe this stuff is true on some level. Like, who knows? Maybe this did happen, but why do you think they'd all be like showing like a symbol of it, like to like dog whistle to each other? I'm like, that's so weird. And there's no proof of that at all. And so what you're doing is you're just turning it into more of a conspiracy theory and minimizing what's actually going on. And it's harming real victims, because all you're doing is just like creating this like side drama of like, ooh, look, they're like sharing some symbol. Who else is in on it? Ooh, Ellen wore a similar hoodie. Oh, this person wore a similar hoodie. Who knows? I could have been a dumbass and spent $800 on that hoodie too. And what am I now all of a sudden part of a pedophile ring?
You know
No.
what this reminds me of the
So
most?
dumb.
This reminds me the most of the post 9/11 distrust of the government and paranoia. You know,
Totally.
it reminds me so much of that, because I remember the exact same things that happened. So just like COVID and just like 9/11, there's a big event that happens that the government lies to us, deceives us, drops the ball, gives us weird data, bad information.
Let's be real, the government lied to us on a lot of things.
There's a major distrust, so people don't trust anything, but what that means is they start to believe everything. And
they start to think that there's like a hidden agenda behind why they're lying to us, because it's ultimately going towards some new world order shit.
Whatever, dude. I don't have enough energy to deal with just morons. And that's the part. It's like, you can spend an hour on Facebook and want to rip your eyeballs out. And I think the true pandemic is ignorance. Like, literally the biggest pandemic is just ignorance. Like, everyone is dumb as shit. They don't understand how to do research. They don't understand how to verify data. They don't understand what simple things like logical fallacies or Occam's razor. They don't understand these basic fucking principles of thinking, and just believe a meme. Like, literally a picture with some text on it.
It's like, look it up, bro.
That some guy just made
if
some
I look
shit
up adrenochrome conspiracy, of course I'm going to find shit about that, because it's people like, yes, there's always nuggets of truth in everything. Like, there's always some tiny little thing, but you can stretch that tiny little piece of truth as long as no one's like challenging you or challenging that belief. You can stretch that tiny little thing and drag it all the way out until you believe that something just crazy is true.
But here's an example of correlation that you could make sense. Corona happens. The temperature gets hotter. Amazon is more successful. Therefore, Amazon is responsible for global warming and the pandemic, because they're the ones that are profiting off of it.
And they're investing in 5G, and they're also giving money to companies that are developing the vaccine, which are going to implant chips in us.
It's like, one doesn't mean the other thing. It's like, that's a slippery slope fallacy. That's literally like, 1 does not equal 2, does not equal 3. And correlation does not equal causation. Just because two things are in alignment doesn't mean one caused the other.
And what
it doesn't mean they're entangled in any way.
And what you were saying earlier about entanglement? Jada Pinkett Smith is responsible for coronavirus because she cheated on Will Smith.
And she created a quantum entanglement, which therefore put the moves in motion to, yeah.
She's part of Frazzle Drip.
Oh.
Anyways, the thing that you were saying earlier was like the burden of proof. And like, basically it's like my friend putting that out there and going, look into it, bro. And I go, dude, that's so silly. Like, the movie Castaway.
Prove me wrong, dog.
The movie Castaway has nothing to do with that.
I'm right until you can prove me wrong. And it's like, you have it backwards.
Yeah.
Like,
you're the one suggesting that the thing is true. It's only true unless you can prove it's true. I'm me saying, no, it's not. Prove it's true. Because like this stuff is silly and stupid. And he goes, that's just your opinion, man. It's like, no, you're bringing it up. So it's your responsibility to prove that what you're saying has substance. It's not my responsibility to prove that it doesn't.
I'm going to assert that I believe there is a green teapot orbiting Mars. And if you can't prove me wrong, there's a green teapot orbiting Mars. I don't have any proof, but you can't prove me wrong. So therefore, I'm right. Fuck you.
It's the same shit.
That's literally what these people are doing.
And it's like you could literally just make something on Photoshop and make a little meme that's like, did you know that there's secretly a green teapot orbiting Mars, but the government doesn't want you to know that because inside of that green teapot is the secret to why John F. Kennedy was assassinated, and NASA launched it when they did something, because inside of a secret government folder there was a thing called Operation Green Teapot, and inside of there was some details about some code, and when you transcribe that code, there are some letters that transcribe to JFK, and so therefore there's a green teapot orbiting Mars, and it has the exact data about the JFK assassination.
But you know why this is happening? This is actually a part of the human condition. A part of being human is pattern recognition. And the reason why humans have pattern recognition is because in our daily life, we have regular patterns. And if something is disrupted, we know that there's a threat. For example, I live in a village of 100 people in Africa millions of years ago. And me and my tribe regularly go hunt in this one area of a field. And on the way to this field, all of a sudden, there's a ruffling in the grass. That's a different pattern. I've now recognized something different in the regular daily routine, my regular pattern. Therefore, my body goes, alert, 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 something new, something different, danger, 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 and you get on high alert. So the same thing with the world as it is now. Everything seems so chaotic that there is no pattern. So everything looks like a pattern.
Well, also,
our regular daily activities of living are get up, take a shit, eat food, go to work, come home, have play, like everyone's life is completely uprooted, and no one's living any form of consistency or any form of normality. So what happens is we start recognizing patterns and things that are not patternistic, that have no correlation, that do not relate in any way, shape, or form, and we assume that there's a correlation. And now we've got the fucking internet, and any moron could put something online and be like, anybody else see this pattern? And then like 10 other people are gonna be like, dude, I do too, man, I see it too.
Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full episode, you can click right here. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you can click right here. If you want to watch more clips, we got 2 more right over here.